Hey everyone, how's it going? It's KCK, the Disneyland Geek, and welcome to the first episode of the Evening Chat, a special live stream event here on my channel where I can chat with you and you can chat with me. So hopefully this is a fun interactive experience. You can ask me any questions you want, and I can ask you certain questions, and we can all just have a really good time. So I figured for this first episode of the evening chat, I would chat about my experience I had at the D23 Expo. It was a whole lot of fun last weekend. I was so glad I got to go. I did pretty much all the things I'd wanted to do. Um, Almost, I'd say. I wanted to do more shopping, but it was like 2-3 hour waits for a lot of the lines. Um, but anyway, I really had such a great time. So Cody and Cody, my boyfriend, we drove out early Wednesday morning. Like I woke up at 2 in the morning so that we could drive out to California. Since I live out here in Arizona, it's only like a 5.5 to 6 hour drive. But that was pretty fun. Pretty much listening to Disney music all the way. So it was a fun drive. We stayed at the Grand Californian Hotel, which is really one of the best Disney hotels ever. And so I really had a great time. We head straight to the parks that day. So it was 2 days at Disneyland and California Adventure. Then early Friday morning, I woke up early yet again so I could get my spot in line before the show floor opened. It was nice. Got my spot. On the TVs they had in the hall, they were showing a bunch of Disney movies. They were showing Dumbo, Sleeping Beauty, Lady and the Tramp. There was a fourth one. Robin Hood. That's what it was. They were showing that too. And then as it grew nearer, they started moving the lines, and eventually it opened up, and I was completely overwhelmed, as I was the last time I went to D23 Expo, which would have been the second one. But yeah, it was hard to decide what to do first. Well, obviously I wanted to head straight to the Disney Parks Pavilion, so to see what was there this time. And there was two focuses, one for Avatar Land, for Disney's Animal Kingdom, but mainly it was all about Shanghai Disneyland, and there were a bunch of fun displays here and there, and new concept art revealed. And honestly, it just looks amazing I'm very excited when it's gonna open next spring, so hopefully that's going to be a very fun Disney theme park to go to. So later on in this live stream, I will present to you a first look video of what I'm gonna have uploaded by tomorrow. It's gonna be a tour of the Disney Parks Pavilion, minus the Avatar Land part. I'll upload that separately, but it's all about Shanghai Disneyland for that video. So I hope you all enjoy it very much. So afterwards, I just walked around. I got a little bit of shopping done. I went to it was like the D23 Dream Store, I believe. I would say it was a good 15-20 minute wait for the line, if not shorter, because it went by pretty fast. I spent a lot of money in that store because I pre-ordered the Silly Symphony collection on vinyl, which won't get till December, but they gave us a little kind of a record to listen to in the meantime. About a couple t-shirts, including this one, a Disneyland Records t-shirt. I'm very happy with that. I also bought another vinyl. It was called A Day at Disneyland with Walt and Jiminy Cricket. Pretty much it's a re-release of the first Walt Disney Records album that they had released. Only this time they added a Jiminy Cricket narration, obviously so to keep the kids entertained. And I actually got, I have my bag right here so I can show you others things that I got. I'm into the Vinylmation figurines, so I got myself a little Jiminy Cricket one. You know, the limited edition. Only 2,500 of these are made. I'm not sure whether to open this or not. If I don't open this, it will have a lot more value, but if you can see, it comes in two different formats. One in his raggedy clothes and one in his more cleaned up. And as you can tell, it's to celebrate the film's 75th anniversary. Can you believe it? Yeah, because this year marks the 75th anniversary of Pinocchio, as well as Fantasia. So, you know, I set my bag down. I forgot to showcase other things. Others I just packed in here from previous trips, because it was just easier that way, because I drove out my car. But this is another shirt I got from the Dream Store. It's I really like this shirt. It's very nice. I think it pays tribute to the live broadcast for the when Disneyland first opened, when they broadcast the opening day festivities on ABC. So again, that was a fun shopping experience. I wanted to get so much more. They had a lot of good artwork, and you know, I've been collecting artwork from the Disney parks recently. You can find them all over the place. And you know, if you watched any of my earlier videos before, you've noticed I just keep moving to different places. Before, you know, I was living in a big house. Then I moved out to my first apartment. And now I'm already moved out to my second apartment. That's a pretty fast move. Who knows? Maybe next one will be to California and maybe in a house. Well, who knows? But time will tell. So anyway, the Dream Store anyway was like the only big place I could shop. All the other shops had 2 to 3 hour waits. Who knows? Maybe even longer. The two other shops were a little condensed version of the Disney Store, which had one of a kind products each day. Like one had to do with dolls, characters from Once Upon a Time on ABC. Like the last day there, it was a big Disney Tsum Tsum sale. You know, like those that I have on my bed. I'm not sure which ones were those, but I'm pretty sure that would have been interesting. I tried to wait at the Disney Store lineup for quite some time, but I had another event I had to go to, so I had to get out of that line. And yeah, I didn't really get the chance to wait in that line again, because, you know, I want to spend my last day inside Disneyland. Even if it was on a Sunday, and the weekends can get very busy. But, hey, what are you going to do? And the other big shop there was Mickey's of Glendale, which is the official store for the Walt Disney Imagineers on property, just for them and their families. They do allow D23 members once in a while to go shopping there. Who knows? Maybe the next time Disney does that, I will make a trip out of California just to shop there. I mean, hey, that'd be pretty nice. I do have one item that I got when I went 4 years ago, and that is this little tumbler set. As you can see, it says Walt Disney Imagineering, and of course it has Sorcerer Mickey on there, if you're able to see him like that. So yeah, I was able to get that easily. And a couple shirts too. Makes me wish I got more, because yeah, obviously D23 Expo gets big and big every year. So yeah, but D23 you'll have to forgive me. I'm really new to this live streaming stuff, so obviously, you know, I don't know if I would make the best talk show host or radio host, but it's pretty fun. Well, so if anyone is joining the live stream right now, I'm Casey, the Disneyland Geek, and we're just talking about the D23 Expo. So I was just sharing my experience. This whole live stream will be available after it's done. We've currently gone 10 minutes into the live stream, so how about we make things interesting? Now I'm going to show you a first look video. I'm giving you a preview before I upload it officially tomorrow. It's a tour of the Shanghai Disneyland kind of displays they had at the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts Pavilion at the D23 Expo. I haven't uploaded this video yet. I'm going to tomorrow. Probably early in the morning because I'll have things to do tomorrow. But here's a look at all the displays about Shanghai Disneyland that at the D23 Expo played to the beautiful piece of the Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker Suite. So here you go and enjoy. that was the Shanghai Disneyland Pavilion over at the D23 Expo. So that's the video I plan on uploading to my channel tomorrow. And obviously, you'll notice at the end that's my new and title card that I'm planning to put on concurring videos. So I'm very excited for that. We are going to take a little break right now, but when we return, I'll be chatting more about D23 and, of course, Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back now to the Disneyland Geek Evening Chat. D23 Expo, as I've mentioned before, was a lot of fun. In case if you haven't joined this live stream event yet, so it's it was really fun to go to because like you said, I'm a big Disney fan. Like if you took a look around my apartment, you would find nothing but, well, I mean, you wouldn't find nothing, you'd find something. But most of the things I have here, or that Cody and I have here, are pretty much mostly Disney. Of course, I'm probably more of the bigger Disney fan in the relationship than he is, but yeah, it's that's the life of a Disney geek, isn't it? But yeah, because seeing as I live out here in Arizona, I just love going to Disney all the time. I can't imagine going anywhere else. Not that I don't go to other places too. I would definitely love to do more traveling to other places, like other Disney theme parks around the world. Like doing a Disney cruise, that'd be so much fun. I've never done that. I've wanted to do that for years. I need to plan that. However, in a couple of months, Cody and I were going to Alani in Hawaii. That's going to be fun. I'm taking him there for his birthday, so it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're going in the middle week of October. We may try to make it out to Disneyland for Halloween time for like a day or so. Because we both had a lot of fun doing that last year. Of course, I was the only one who dressed up. We both plan on dressing up, having fun Halloween time this year. And as we could see from when we were there, Disney's already saying out their Halloween stuff. Kind of feel like we should have gotten some of those in case we don't make it back there for Halloween time. But yeah, again, Halloween time is such a fun time to go to the parks. But probably my favorite time at Disneyland is the holidays. Not just because I can celebrate my birthday there, but holidays at Disneyland and any Disney theme park in general, I would say, is probably the most magical time of year to go, where everything's decorated, everything just feels so festive, and it's a whole lot of fun. So I'd love to make it out for the holidays at Disneyland too. So that one, just maybe. We may go in November, bring some friends. We're kind of putting a hold on that one because I want to audition for a holiday show. And they usually hold their auditions sometime in September of next month. So we're going to see, because if I get in a show, then for that, I probably wouldn't have much time to head into the theme parks. But who knows, depending on the rehearsal schedule, we could probably make it out there sometime. But, it'd be pretty... it'd be complicated for that. So, that's that. But in addition to Alani and possible Disneyland return trips, I also plan on heading back to Walt Disney World in January. That's gonna be fun. We're staying in one of the Vacation Club villas that time around at the Bay Lake Towers. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've always wanted to stay in one of the Vacation Club villas. And that's what we'll be doing at Alani too. So I say too many times. That's because I'm always trying to figure out what to say. So again, if you're just joining this live stream, I am Casey, the Disneyland Geek, and we're talking about all things Disney in general. That's the whole reason for the evening chat. So again, if you have any questions for me, be sure to ask away, and I will ask you questions too. So why don't we load up another ride video for me to share with you. So how about I share with you a ride through one of my recent uploads to my channel, the People Mover at Walt Disney World. Of course, before that, I'd like to make a little mention. One of the booths at the Emporium had like a good old-fashioned People Mover booth, which was I thought that was pretty cool. I got them to take my picture. All I have to do is find it, if it's anywhere near here. Obviously it's gonna take some time. I don't know if it even saved it. But okay, how about this? How about I look for the picture while all of you check out this ride-through video of the People Mover. And while you watch this video, maybe consider answering the question, and I'll put it in the chat below. If you went to the D23 Expo, what was your favorite part of the expo and why?
Welcome aboard the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, your quiet and carefree highway in the sky. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your Grand Circle tour of Tomorrowland. Along the way, you can preview many of the exciting places you want to be sure to enjoy today while visiting this land of tomorrow. Is the perfect vehicle for people watching. So keep your eyes peeled. You never know who you might see. Coming up, Stitch's Great Escape, where you can report for duty as a security agent for the Galactic Federation. Experiment 626, the biggest little mischief maker in the galaxy, under control. I don't think so! And now, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority proudly presents Progress City, Walt Disney's dream for an experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Progress City was the inspiration for Epcot, and many of its forward-thinking ideas have been realized throughout Walt Disney World. If you're leisure, shopping, and you want to visit Happy Star Traders, where you'll find the greatest goods from around the galaxy.
That's right. It's out of this world.
Speed towards the checkered flag in your very own race car. Young or old, this is your chance to drive in the fast lane without worrying about getting a speeding ticket.
Greetings tomorrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. Please contact Mr. Johnson in the control tower to confirm your flight to the moon.
Welcome back to Tomorrowland. Be sure to visit Space Mountain while you're here for an adventure that's out of this world. Space Mountain. For a different high-flying adventure, hop on board the Astro Orbiter. Pilot your own spacecraft as you take a spin around the planet and ascend to otherworldly heights. We're now approaching Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Inside this rotating theater, 4 families welcome you into their homes of yesterday and today, starting way back at the turn of the 20th century. First presented at the New York World's Fair, this legendary circular theater celebrates the progress that has made our lives better. It's a perfect reminder that there's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day.
So that was the People Mover attraction at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And for those of you just joined the live stream, I am the Disneyland Geek, and we're talking about all things Disneyland and Disney theme park related, as well as the past D23 Expo. And so getting to the questions, Courtney 2020 April asked me what my favorite Disney movie was, and I said, it was hard to choose a favorite. Obviously, I'm very, very fond of all the old classic Disney animated films. I would say it's always hard to choose. I separate them to two categories for animated movies. One's the classics, and then there's the modern classics, like all the films from the 90s too. I'd say for my classic animated Disney favorite is Alice in Wonderland. I never get tired of watching it all the time. As well as for the modern Disney animated films, it's a tie between Beauty and the Beast and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, two wonderful films I always enjoy watching. So I hope that answers your question. And I will ask this for all of you viewers out there. What is your favorite Disney movie of all time? If you want to answer that. Before I showed that People Mover video, I was mentioning how I got to sit in a actual People Mover car from Disneyland in one of the booths. They have one of the exhibitor booths at the D23 Expo, and I found the picture, and so I want to show it to you now. So here it is. So that was a pretty fun experience. They had the whole they were playing the ride audio narration on it too, so this was really cool. I was very happy to get a sit in one once. Wouldn't it be nice if they could bring that back to Disneyland? Of course, they'd have to deal with so many all the OSHA safety regulations for the parks that they have to do nowadays. It's really crazy. So I'm going to take another little break. You may see the ad, you may not. So anyway, we will be right back right after this. Okay, and we are back to the Disneyland Geek Evening Chat. For those of you just joining, I am the Disneyland Geek, and we are chatting about all things Disney. So, it's already been a week now since the expo started. And, of course, now it's over. Anyway, I got to go to... Getting back on the topic of the D23 Expo, I got to go to the Disney Parks and Resorts presentation they had, where they were talking about all of their upcoming projects. And so obviously the biggest reveal, I would say, out of the whole entire expo was the announcement of Disney developing a Star Wars themed land for the Disney parks. They had made that announcement at the end of the Disney live action presentation. Bob Iger made the announcement himself. So this was, I would say this was the biggest announcement out of the entire expo, which that was quite a surprise. So anyway, it's going to be a 14-acre land, which is the biggest expansion Disney has ever done. Even bigger than Cars Land, I'm guessing. It's going to be a Disneyland, and it's also going to be at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. So I think that for Florida is just what it needs. So obviously we don't know how long we're gonna have to wait for that, but if it's as big as those concept arts they show and what they described, it's going to be a one-of-a-kind experience that you just can't get anywhere else. Even if it's going to be duplicated for two theme parks. So that's going to be very exciting. And in the meantime, Disney said they were going to offer in-park offerings seasonally for Disneyland and Hollywood Studios. So my favorite was a special overlay of Space Mountain called Hyperspace Mountain. And that's going to be early next year. And for the Star Tours attraction, they're going to add a new destination, which will be relevant to The Force Awakens when that comes out this Christmas. So, yeah, very excited about that. And of course, the presentations about Avatar Land and Shanghai Disneyland, that was nice too, from the concept art. And then one of the fun parts of the presentation was they were talking about the Iron Man experience coming to Hong Kong Disneyland and how that's coming along. And Stan Lee of Marvel made a surprise appearance, so that was a whole lot of fun. And James Cameron even was there to talk about Avatar Land. That was cool. And then all the cast members sang nice, fun Disney song, which you hear during the Diamond Celebration at Disneyland. So that made for the perfect end to the presentation. And if you look on my channel, you'll find the video of the whole presentation for you to watch, or just skip ahead to your favorite announcement for that. Getting back to the question I had for the favorite, what your favorite Disney movie was. Again, Courtney 2020 Abel said her favorite is The Lion King. That's another. I mean, I grew up on 90s Disney, and yeah, that movie, it's just, and the Broadway show, it's just such a wonderful movie. I may just have to watch it again now that you mentioned it. And another presentation I was able to attend at the D23 Expo was the about all the upcoming animated films, which is very exciting. They showed us clips for The Good Dinosaur, which comes out this fall. And this looks to be like another one of those emotional movies, just from what they were describing for plot-wise. And from the couple of scenes they showed us. And I thought Inside Out was pretty emotional. Well, I mean, that's a movie that deals with emotions. And if The Good Dinosaur, from the clips, if there are any indication, looks like Pixar's really got its groove back, and I'm very excited. And Walt Disney Feature Animation looks like they have some very fun films coming out too, especially with Mona, which I'm really excited for. From the little bits they showed us, that comes out. That comes out next year too, along with Zootopia. And with Zootopia, that looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And so many surprise celebrities that made appearance. Dwayne Johnson appeared because he's going to be in Mona. I like, when he was coming out onto the stage, he had his phone like this, obviously taking a selfie, recording the experience, as all celebrities seem to do at live events. So it's fun. And of course, when they were talking about Finding Dory, they showed clips from that, and of course Ellen came out onto the stage, which was another just once in a lifetime experience. And another film they announced was Disney's also adapting yet another classic fairy tale to the screen called Jack and the Beanstalk. Of course, Disney, being the way they are, they have to shorten it to one word nowadays, so it's called Gigantic. I mean, really, Disney? Really? Do you have to keep changing titles of fairy tales just to get audiences? And so, yeah, obviously they're trying to make this movie the next Frozen. They even have the same songwriters doing the songs. The song they performed that they were working on, it's so-and-so. Who knows? But who knows? Maybe may or may not make it into the final film. But we'll see. It's still in the development stages, so no date has been announced. But obviously, as with all of the great Disney classics, they want to make this the definitive version of Jack and the Beanstalk. Which, for me, it's the Mickey and the Beanstalk version one. That's sort of it for me. But who knows? Maybe they'll come up with a fun way of bringing it to the screen. So, judging from the concept art, it's hard to tell if it's going to be a 2D film or if it's CG, because from the concept arts, it's so very 2D like. But then again, they still do their concept art in 2D with their characters to get the overall feel of what they want for the character. They'll still do that at least, and I know they still do 2D animation tests as well for characters before getting into the 3D thing. So hopefully there's the day when all different forms of animation can be expressed in motion pictures. Not just limited to CG, but 2D stop motion animation. Who knows? Maybe all kinds of different forms of animation. So anyway, still the animation panel, that was so much fun to go to. So why don't we get another ride video load up while I pose you a new question to show for you to answer while it's playing. This time, let's take a ride on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Magic Kingdom Park. This attraction is going to be replicated for Shanghai Disneyland as well. Obviously, that'll be in Mandarin Chinese, but obviously you can watch this video now in English that I'm going to play now. So I'm going to play this video, and if for those of you watching right now, try to answer me in the chat live, in the live chat right here, what your absolute favorite Disney attraction is. So that was the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Magic Kingdom Park. That's a fun attraction. Again, they're going to duplicate this attraction for Shanghai Disneyland when that opens, their Fantasyland section over there. So we're going to take another quick little break right now. This will be the last break. Talk a little bit more about Disneyland, and I think that'll end this stream probably an hour early. Because, well, yeah, it's Friday night, and I'm in the mood to go swimming. But so anyway, we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back to the Disneyland Geek evening chat. I'm trying to think right now what else I did at the D23 Expo. Well, you know, because it's becoming popular each time it's been held there, so the lines get longer and longer whenever I go there. Even though it was the second time I went, so but you know, I know what else I did. I tried out the Playmation thing, which is Disney's kind of new way of combining modern day technology with the use of imagination, and from the looks of it, it was pretty fun. I almost want to get one now. Although, don't know if I want to spend $120 on it. Although I could give my imagination a little spark. One little spark imagination. It is how our minds create creations. That's how geeky I got just now. I did get to do that. A lot of the exhibitors there had a lot of fine Disney art and posters. Like they had actual animation cells, production cells from various movies, so that was fun. But again, everything was a lot of long wait times. So I didn't go to too many of the panels that they held. One thing I did go to was a Silly Symphony in concert. They had 6 Silly Symphony shorts with a live orchestra playing the music to that specific short. That's a once in a lifetime experience right there. And again, I bought the Silly Symphony final set, which I won't get till December. Looking from the live chat, James Ramirez is asking, is this still live? And the answer to your question is yes. You should be seeing this live. I'm hoping the stream is still good. It's showing this stream stat still good at 1080p. So welcome, James. I'm Casey, the Disneyland Geek. And, we're just talking about all things Disney and more particularly D23 Expo. So, I was just talking about the Silly Symphony. If you came in the middle of the conversation, the Silly Symphony concert it was hosted by Laird Moulton. If you don't know who he is, how do you not know who he is? He's a famous movie critic and a big Disney buff. So, again, that was on the last day I was there, and so that was the longest I've ever been at Disneyland. I stayed a whole 5 nights. Because, Disneyland has become that kind of place to stay 5 days to experience a lot of things and to truly relax when you're on vacation. Again, it's the only place I ever really go to. But I do want to travel more. Because I'd love to go to various places in the country or around the world as well. I have been to Europe once on a school trip, and it was a funny thing because, one one of the stops there was in Paris. And the hotel we were staying at, every time we went in and out of the city, we kept passing a sign for Disneyland Paris. And that wasn't on the itinerary, and it was like, ugh, why can't we go? I just want to knock out the bus driver and just drive us all there. But I'm hoping to visit Europe again soon enough so I can get to do that. But first, I want to visit Shanghai Disneyland when that opens next spring. So we'll see about that. So it's but yeah, again, you know, I'm usually always tempted to just drive back out to Disneyland and just spend my days there. Of course, you probably shouldn't do that too much, so that I doesn't lose the magic feeling. Though me being the big Disney geek I am, that's probably never going to happen. Although maybe it will once I get older. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I will keep my Disney geekness till the day I die. So we are almost into the hour mark of the stream. I know I was said I was gonna cancel early, but hopefully if more people show up and chat with me. Again, like, you can ask me anything. I can ask you questions. I can read those questions and your replies here on this live stream. That's what this live streaming business is all about. So feel free to share this video with your social media pages if all your friends and family are big Disney fans like I am, and like you, if you're a Disney fan. I hope you're a Disney fan. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching the stream, would you? But anyway, I think I'm going to get another ride video from Disney World up, because those seem to be the only videos I have. So how about we head over to Epcot Center, and yes, I still call it Epcot Center. But before we do, I have another question. And that was any D23 merch that you were excited to see / buy. It was by James Ramirez. And the answer is yes. Of course, I was, as I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I wanted to pre-order the Silly Symphony collection on vinyl that Disney plans to release. So that was really expensive, but it was worth buying. So I'm not getting it until December, but if you'll let me, I will play the test track video and show it to you, because they gave you this little vinyl to play in the meantime. It's a little short vinyl that you can play with in the meantime. But the Silly Symphony collection on vinyl, it's Disney has completely remastered all of the Silly Symphony shorts, 75 of those shorts in all, and they've released it onto vinyl. And in case you're wondering, that will come with a digital download code for those of you who don't have vinyl. So that was the one main thing I wanted to buy when I was there. So no particular other ones I was excited for. But there was a lot of good artwork there I wish I could buy, but they were so expensive. But yeah, that was the one main thing. And Courtney 2020 Abel asks, are any new Disney rides that are coming out for this year? Not that I can think of, but Disney, mentioning before, Disney plans to bring a bit more Star Wars into the parks later this year and early next year. So they're going to add the new destination in the Star Tours attraction that we'll end up seeing in the Star Wars Force Awakens movie when that comes out this Christmas. They're currently redoing the Luigi's Flying Tires ride at California Adventure. They're putting in a new ride system. I'm not sure if it's going to open this year or the next. It'd be nice if it could be this year, but we'll see. So that's the only thing I can think of doing. I really wish I knew. I should know what how soon new rides will open, but that's that. Anyway, let's take a ride on a test track. And while you're watching, I'll try to chat with you too in the live chat. It's like, what was, if you've been following the D23 announcements, what was your favorite announcement from D23? So, answer me that, and I'll chat with you while you all watch Test Track. For live from Epcot at Walt Disney World, taken back in April of this year. All right, let's design my own car. I think this, because it's orange. On here you're able to see the orange lens. Well, I'm going with Orange Island here.
Automated driving technology activated.
Welcome to the Sim Track. We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface. Connecting to OnStar. SimCar performance data acquired.
Let's see how your designs hold up now.
Commencing SimCar off-road and extreme weather support. Capability test results displayed and verified.
Now let's see how your vehicles compare when it comes to their efficiency.
Scanning SimCar for optimal eco-efficiency. Engaging EcoScan for aerodynamic efficiency. Drive systems analysis. Vehicle spectral imaging in progress. Calculating total environmental impact. Commencing responsiveness test.
Okay, the responsiveness data is now being synchronized.
Automated driving technology verified and active. Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test.
paint is Tamaru.
Yeah.
Displaying power test results. Track performance testing complete.
This concludes your performance testing. You'll be able to see how your Chevrolet custom concept vehicle designs compared with the same car after you disembark. Please watch your step.
That was Test Track over at Epcot Center at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Before I show you the final things I was mentioning, I was recently asked in the chat by Anthony Libero what my favorite park out of the 4 Disney parks locations were. And well, of course, that'd be Disneyland in California. Disney World, I like Disney World. That was a really fun place. Although I've only ever been there 2 times in my lifetime because, well, it's such an expensive trip to go there. But I mean, Disney World's fun, but Disneyland will always have the place in my heart. Anyway, talking about the finals, about my favorite merch buying, I was mentioning I had pre-ordered the Silly Symphony vinyl collection, but it doesn't come out till December 10th. But in the meantime, I got a little something to hold me over. And here it is. So this is a 2-sided vinyl. On one side, it's the soundtrack for the Skeleton Dance, the first ever Silly Symphony. And on the other side, it's the 3 Little Pigs, which pretty much had Disney's first song hit. And if I could just open this up really quick, little description about Silly Symphonies and track listing. And then when you take it out, this is what I love, how they still have the Disneyland record logo on it for reprint. So that's really fun. I've really been getting into vinyls recently. I don't know why, it's just fun. But anyway, I can show you the other little thing I got when I was there. This is another vinyl I got. It was called A Day at Disneyland with Walt Disney and Jiminy Cricket. So this is a 1-disc vinyl set, but if you take a look inside, he has fun little illustrations of Jiminy Cricket visiting the happiest place on Earth. If I can just open this up. So it's fun little drawings. It's this was pretty much a reissue of the Day at Disneyland, or like the Disneyland album, the first Disney record released. Only they added a Jiminy Cricket's. Oh, they added Jiminy Cricket's narration. And the 2 other vinyls that I got when I was there. These you can probably find at your local Hot Topic store, but it's the picture discs. Oh, excuse me. So like I got one for Beauty and the Beast, the songs from that movie, and the second one for Alain. So you might be able to find these at the Hot Topic store, but if you go to DisneyMusicEmporium.com, you can order it from there too, which was one of the main shops. Getting back to the chat, while I'm moving this over here, Juan Cabo says, I love your Tsum Tsums. Thank you, I love them too. And so, yeah, those were the vinyls I got. And if you haven't seen a picture, you can search for it online, the Silly Symphony Collection. You can see what it looks like. So that's going to be a very fun collection when I get them in the middle of December. That's a whole 4 months away, but I'll find plenty of ways to pass the time, such as in these live streams. I hope you're all having a fun time watching this. I really want to get into this weekly. And I plan on doing another live stream next Friday, I have a big announcement for my channel of what I'm planning to do. So I'll be sure to share a link in the description of this video when the live stream's over, when you can watch it again. But in the meantime, we're going to take another little break. And before I leave you, ask for the break at least, try to answer me. What's your favorite Disney park in the entire world? Since I was asked and I mentioned Disneyland, I'd like to have you answer me what your favorite is, and we will get to your replies when we return. Okay, and we are back. For those of you joining me, I'm Casey the Disneyland Geek, and we are chatting about all things Disney. So I'm still waiting for those replies on what your favorite Disney park is. So in the meantime, what else is there to mention about the D23 Expo? Well, I will like to mention I'm a proud D23 charter member. So I'm hoping to retain that status for years to come. Hopefully, D23 will be around for a long time. And we're just now starting to get into the replies for favorite Disney park. And Courtney 2020 Abel says Magic Kingdom. Well, really it says MK, but we all know that would stand for Magic Kingdom. So I believe someone, one of you, mentioned what your favorite was. You'll have to excuse me. I guess now I must be seeing things. So, but yeah, anyway, went for your replies as well. So, again, I'm a proud D23 charter member. I wish I were able to go to more D23 events, but you know, most of them are held out in California, and I live out here in Arizona, so that's really hard to do. So, boy, I'm running out of things to talk about. But here's another reply. This is Anthony Libero says Disney World is mine. The last time, that was 18 years ago. Oh wow, yeah. The last time I had been there before I went again this year was 13 years for me. So this past April was my second time going to Disney World. I would love to go out there more often if it weren't so expensive to travel out there all the way from Arizona to Florida. Still, I'll be going there again in January, so I have to look forward to that. So anyway, all this past week, you know, I've been in my post-Disneyland vacation phase, where all I want to do is I just want to drive back out to Disneyland and just spend my days there. If you hadn't joined my stream earlier, I was mentioning my favorite. You know, actually, this makes me want to ask you all another question. You've mentioned what your favorite Disney theme park is. What's your favorite Disney resort hotel? Mine is the Grand Californian Hotel at Disneyland. I have to stay there every single time I make it out to California for Disneyland. It's just one of the most beautiful hotels ever, anywhere. I mean, that whole 6-story lobby is jaw-dropping, and the rooms are very relaxing. The pool's fun to swim in. Always do the character breakfast there every morning. The scrambled eggs and hash browns there are so delicious. But yeah, that's my favorite Disney Resort hotel, for Disneyland anyway. And, when I went to Disney World, I stayed at the Wilderness Lodge, which was the same designer, and that hotel is just as nice as well. The room's very comfortable, and again, an awe-inspiring lobby, and fun pools. I rented a bike there and rode through the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground there one Saturday. So that was quite a bit of exercise for me. So, of course, the next time I'm going there, I'll be at the Bay Lake Towers at Disney's Contemporary Resort, staying in a one-bedroom villa. I'm really excited about that. We'll have a nice view of the Magic Kingdom Park for watching fireworks. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's my favorite Disney Resort hotel. So I'd like to know what your favorite is, if you've ever stayed in one, or like just whichever you think is the coolest. So anyway, I think I'm going to put on one last video. I probably said that the last time, but then chat with you for a little bit longer, and then I may end the stream in 15 minutes. So I think for my let's see, I think for my next one, it is going to be Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom Park. So I hope you all enjoy that. And then I'll chat a little bit more, and then I'll probably end the stream around in about 15 minutes again. So here's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad over at Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World.
Howdy, partners! For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, remove them, because this here's the wildest ride.
that was Big Thunder Mountain Railroad over at Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World. If you're just joining the stream right now, I am Casey at the Disneyland Geek. This is a good hour and 20 minutes worth of live streaming to you all. So again, I've never done anything like this before. I want to make this a recurring thing I do weekly. So just to chat with all of you, fellow Disney fans, Disneyland geeks alike, just like me. So anyway, I think, I'm probably going to pack this in early because I've run out of things to talk about. But I think, sorry, that's my watch. I think I'm going to make this a recurring thing. I don't know if I'm going to do it on Friday nights because I'm pretty sure a lot of people do things Friday nights. So I'm going to try to make this a Tuesday night thing. I feel that will work out better for live streams. Hopefully people are more available on Tuesday nights. So again, this has been a lot of fun. Got to chat with a few of you who got to watch. So, again, I want to make this a recurring thing, so I'll probably have this on Tuesday nights, weekly. Probably not next week, because I'll have my big announcement stream next Friday. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll have a big announcement, and I'll be able to answer any questions you have about that certain announcement. So, until this stream should be available, or I should say will be available once I press stop. So they'll need to process it first, do all that. But you'll be able to enjoy the stream again and my rambling ons. So until the next evening chat, this is Casey, the Disneyland Geek. I will be signing off, and until the next evening chat, I will see you in the parks.